What's up, guys? Welcome to day 18. And this one is a little different because I don't have Frankie the G, obviously, but I'm sitting in the legendary red chair. I don't know what people would want to call it, but I call it the legendary red chair. My name is Marcel Seabrook. Welcome to Elevation Conversation, day 18. And it's a beautiful day. Kind of blessed to be alive. It's a little bit late. It's almost like 6 or 7. Kind of felt like I wanted to not do this today, if that made sense. I just felt like today was the first day doing the 30-day challenge that it's like I just want to relax and chill, but the grind never stops, and you always got to be yourself whenever you're doing whatever it is you like to do, because a lot of people are going to judge you and make you feel like what you do isn't, you know, what you might want to do, if that makes sense. But you can't let that manipulate the things that you love to do, especially if you like wrestling. Because if you like wrestling, and I'm talking about WWE, like Logan Paul and all that stuff, we know it's fake. And sorry if it's a spoiler alert if you didn't know WWE was fake, or just wrestling in general. Well, not like, there's like two different types of wrestling. There's like the wrestling in like high school and college and stuff, and like the Olympics where it's like hands on, and you got to like put the person on their back, and then you get points. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then you got the wrestling where it's all scripted and people are like faking hating each other and like, jumping off the roof and some crazy stuff. But yeah, I don't even know where I was going with that, low key. I just feel like a lot of times people are going to just shame you for the passion and the drive that you have for the things you do and the things you love. Don't let people do that. Don't be the one to feel like when you get a certain age that you regret doing the things that you wanted to do. It's never too late. And then I kind of wanted to talk about these 3 bullet points that I found on the internet, obviously. But it's just something that real quick I was like, what could I talk about? And I wanted to do this a little different. I didn't want it to be how all the other ones have been. I wanted to be like, just flowing, just talking. If some of it may not make sense, some does. And just take it and leave it. Take it and how you ever want, whatever, you know what I'm saying. So because I don't feel sick, but before this video I was like blowing my nose and stuff, and I'm like, dang, I can't believe I'm sick. And like mentally I don't feel sick, so like I just give myself props to just for wanting to keep going and drive, especially going to work and stuff like that, because like, as much as I love doing this, like I'm a human, you know what I mean? And I gotta be able to take care of myself and try to like fight off whatever I got going on. But it's already kind of going away. I feel like tomorrow is going to be a big, like, good direction, and not just like content and stuff and, day 19, but just mentally and life. That's why I looked up these 3 bullet points that we're going to talk about. Not long. Promise not long. I'm going to try not to talk that long. But the first one is hobbies. And I think that's important because everybody has to have a hobby, whether it's from playing soccer, whether it's from, let's see what other hobbies there are. I just know, like, I think everybody knows their type of hobbies. Like, I can't just be, like, prominent on what everybody does. There's just so many different hobbies people can do. So let's see, what's the top 5 hobbies? Top 5 hobbies. Cooking, reading, gardening, and hiking, and photography, or being in photography. Being into photography and, all that. And I think, like, a lot of times when you find the hobby that you're most passionate in, it may not feel like it's what you're most passionate in, but it takes like 60 days. I think it's like the 60-day thing when you start to get addicted to something, or you just can't stop doing it. Like, it just becomes like a never ending, like, I have to keep doing this. I have to keep doing it, especially if you smoke cigarettes. I feel like by like a certain time you smoke cigarettes, it's just like you become a cigarette. in the most respectful way, but it's just like hard to put it down, or drinking. And so like when you make whatever hobby it is you love into addiction, that's when you start to like notice if it's a good hobby for you, or because a lot of times there's some hobbies you love to do that are not good for you. But I feel like every hobby, the ones I just listed, are like the most important ones, and you kind of have to have those hobbies, but you don't have to be a fan of it. Would you consider that cooking a hobby for you? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like, but you don't like want to do it every day though, right? You do? Yeah. So you don't have to enjoy the hobby to like to have to do it. You still have to know how to do these certain hobbies, but yeah, you get what I mean. I just think it's important to talk about this kind of stuff, especially if you've been following the podcast-a-thon. Thank you. I appreciate you. And, I just can't stress it enough, like, from my heart, how much it means for people to actually be following these episodes or these days, because, like, we're transforming ourselves into something that, like, I personally never thought I would be at. And it's like crazy. So, anyways, yeah, let's do the second bullet point for that, which was television. I think it's important to realize how fast television has grown. Like, we don't even click on remotes anymore. Everything is digital. Everything is from a console, or your phone is you're using your phone as a remote. Like, I remember back in the day growing up, I would like have to click like 42, number 42, and it would take me to channel 42. We don't do that no more. I don't think I've ever seen anybody, except in break rooms and works. Like, I know or at jobs. I know at my job they have I click like 150 and it goes to ESPN. And I just was sitting there thinking like, wow, this is crazy how like fast like television has went. So I was talking to Frankie the G about it, and I was like, yo, I wonder what we're going to be like how it's going to be in 10 years, or when we turn 40. Like, and I'm 26, about to be 27, so it's like that's 13 years. That's like crazy to know, like maybe we might be able to call each other on a watch and like be like, "Hey, what's up, bro?" And like we're just digitally popped up on a watch, cuz we already got Apple Watches. So it's like, hey, don't shoot the messenger in 13 years when y'all are watching this and you're like, they're all watching the old videos, you know what I mean? And they're like, yo, he said this in one of his podcast-a-thons and when he was 26. Hey, don't shoot the messenger. But yeah, it's crazy. I think television is like, it's going in a good direction, but it's also like a bad one, because I think a lot of kids nowadays won't be able to experience what like television really was. Like, I think now it's just a played out thing. Like, we just watch what we want to watch and that's it. Because back then you didn't have access to everything that you wanted to watch. You had to wait for this particular moment to, like, for that movie or whatever to come on that channel. Now you can just go anywhere and watch it. It's just insane. I sound crazy too. I really do, but I just think it's kind of wild. But yep. So that's the second bullet point: television, and it's beautiful the way that I'm able to even talk right now because it's so late. It's almost 7 o'clock. And then the third one was childhood memories, which I did a video today, and it kind of made me it stuck with me because I feel like a lot of people hold on to their childhood trauma and they use it as an excuse. They just don't tell people. They use it as an excuse on themselves. Like, they tell themselves over and over and over again, like, oh, I went through this, so I don't think I can do this or do that. And it's not true, because as a person who's been through what I've been through, I shouldn't even be alive. A lot of people can't say that. They can say that and they're probably capping, but there's a lot of people that been through the most dirtiest, you know, filthiest lifestyle or whatever it is, and they've came on top of it, and they can say that they shouldn't even be alive, you know? And the people that have made it this far, I'm proud of you. And to the people that are trying to make it this far or get to that point, just don't give up, remain consistent, and always stay true to yourself. And then stop trying to like prove to other people what you should be, and just prove to yourself what you want to be. That makes sense. It's kind of like a song. But yeah, this is off the dome. Like, I'm really like proud to be who I am, and cool to see the growth that I'm at, because even like my girlfriend's behind the lens, and a year ago I would not have done that with her there, and just like shows. And I know if Frankie G was here, he would have done the same thing. We just really do this now, and it's like really weird because you kind of got to like force yourself to want to be what you thought you're what you want to be. Like, you can't just expect yourself to like think of something you want to become and then it just happens. Like, you really have to put blood, sweat, and tears into everything that you want to do. And the blood part on the content, you shouldn't really have blood on content. Which, don't ask me how that happened on that part. I mean, if you've seen all the videos I've done one video where I jumped out the window, and it took like 50 times. So I had to jump out the window several times. That's blood right there. But Kiwi, what do you gotta say? Yeah. Yeah, she always interrupting the episodes. But again, if you haven't already, make sure you guys subscribe. And not even that, just comment what you feel like your favorite episode or day has been so far. I can't really tell you guys what my favorite day has been so far, because it's just been like, I think since day 10 I've been like underneath the ground. Like, I've just been not there. I've just been hiding and, not feeling the greatest. But today is day 18, which is my favorite day. Shout out to Peyton Manning. And shout out, my birthday is April 18th, so I've always liked the day 18. And I always felt something special about this day. But I will say, I think we might miss a few days. And that's only because we talked about it yesterday. But I don't want to put the pressure on Frankie the G and make him feel like overwhelmed of having to do what, posting and stuff like that, because it's really hard to do this stuff. Like, I personally make it seem easy in my head, but like, there's days when I don't want to do it, like today, and I'm like, wow, this is actually crazy how I just keep the momentum going on and not saying he can't do it, but it's like, it's just hard when it's not at, like, our studio is in a certain spot and it's not where, so it's just a lot. And I don't know what day I'm gonna figure it out. We gonna make something shake, but I just like to be honest with people so that they don't sit there and expect something to happen, like, not, and especially the people following. But we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna make it shake, like we always do. It's what we do. But you have to be honest. Complete honest is like, or being complete honest to people is probably the most important thing living on this planet, because how is anybody going to trust you with anything, especially with kids or like, money or, animals? Like, you got to be honest. Duh. Love you guys. Stay true to yourself. If you don't know by now, you got to get up every single day and grind harder than you did the day before that, the day before that, the day before that. Thank you for sticking with us for this journey. I can't even talk straight. I'm so like, I'm not out of it, but I just do feel like, And I haven't been talking all day at work and stuff like that, so I just been like, didn't realize yeah. Guys, just make sure I make it through this episode. We're just trying. I'm trying so hard. I love you guys. Peace.